So I found something interesting on our Cap Hill Autonomous Zone, which is the official subreddit for the Capitol Hill protest. Check its usual posts, and it's definitely the official one. So basically, this post has been removed by now by mods. I don't know why, but it's lovely. Clearing up the RAS disinformation. Introducing the Conflict Resolution Advisory Council. We feel the need to address this because there's a hell lot of misinformation on this sub. I feel like if they're writing a constitution, they should be a little bit more official about it, but basically Fox News has been saying Raz Simeon, a resident artist, is our leader or warlord, and he's designated himself as the police force. This is all nonsense. Raz Simeon is a peaceful supporter of the movement and powerful shepherd. However, he's no more of a leader than Viorp. You may have heard there was an incident in which Raz shoved a graffiti artist who responsibly tagged over top an established mural. However, this isn't entirely true. Both Raz and the victim have made up and have zero animosity, so it's like this never happened. So let's clear this up once and for all, the trolls and pundits. The zone has no leadership. Ah, fuck you. Raz the king of CHAZ all the way for me. Faggot. We have a decentralized local government structure and we oppose all hierarchical structure. The fake stories are a problem, misrepresenting what we are about. Is it a real problem? Unfortunately, the fake stories are tainting what the zone is about and distracting from the movement. Even the Wikipedia page is still listing Raz as our reader. Also, some of feedback about is legitimate, although hard to tell who is getting who is real. People have been asking us how the zone is set up to deal with internal conflict if we generally don't welcome police presence, that our leadership is centralist and socialist. It's a very real question. All here figuring things out as we go. If you fully believe our beautiful community has the spirit to put our collective minds together and invent a peaceful solution that doesn't involve any power hierarchies. And look at them creating a power hierarchy which is basically a primitive court system. So this is beautiful. We will form a unique system called the Conflict Resolution Advisory Council, aka a very primitive court system based on caste, social caste. We hold a community democratic vote to appoint 3 people to the council. To eliminate prejudice, we elect 1 black man, 1 black woman, and 1 white woman. They say that but CHAZ is 98% ethnically white. Each person should undergo at least 45-minute sensitivity and political training session which can help organize. Whenever there is an internal conflict in the zone, it will be put to the council. Both people will have an opportunity to present their sides of the story to the council to review. Yeah, that's just a fucking court. The council members will decide on a fair solution and provide it as advice. Initially, the council will be advisory only. In the future, the system could evolve, become more mature, with binding resolutions, impositions, retributions, enforcements, and imprisonment. The appointed people will hear out and settle any internal disputes within the zone. We're not suggesting that the council members become leaders or judges, only referees in cases of internal conflicts. After receiving feedback, we will add to the council. After receiving feedback about inclusiveness, we shall include in this council 1 black man, 1 black woman, and 1 trans black person, 1 non-binary black person, white woman got heated. So 4 people. Added 2. On more feedback, we will add to the council 1 Asian non-male, 1 Native American non-male, and 1 Latinx non-male. But if it's X, then it's just a Latina because it's non-male, so it can be Latino. And then 4 additional black men and women to balance it out. So there will be in total 11 members. Edit, we've received some feedback about including disabled persons, mental and physical, and homeless persons on the council. 20% to 40% of the council should persons with lived experience of disability. At least 10% should be experiencing involuntary homelessness. Oh god, this is getting complicated. We realize LGBTQIA communities are being underrepresented in the council. So far, are working on proposals to rectify this. The final composition of the balanced council likely will include 10 to 50% people who identify as LGBTQIA. Edit 5. We have agreed to add 3 more seats, 2 of which are given a voice to the disadvantaged LGBTQIA community and 1 to given to children, representation and fairness. Oh nice, Greta can get a job. The new seats include one for an LGBTQI identifying black disabled person, one for LGBTQI identifying black homeless person, one for a non-white or mixed race child between 8 and 15. Oh shit, guess Greta can't make the job after all. There have been further concerns raised over the efficiency of the council due to disputes between children, as children are currently not adequately represented. In light of the feedback, we will add child safety training programs to the onboarding sessions and add one additional seat for another non-white or mixed-race child between the ages of 8 and 15, preferably disabled. We've heard your concerns about the Asian non-male seat representative. All Asian subgroups are in the monolithic entity. That wasn't our intention. We replaced the Asian non-male seat with 12 mini-seats. Asian non-male, Filipino, Vietnamese, Korean, Cambodian, Taiwanese, Okinawan, Singaporean, and wildcard. Any Asian identity except Korean American. Guess they have a problem with Koreans. Then who's gonna get them? The mini-seats will collectively hold the voting power of one seat. Oh no, that is racism. We've been told that our council underrepresents those with criminal records or incarceration. Experience as white culture allows people to suffer a particular advantage because of past convictions. The council mandated that more than 25% of its members must have a violent criminal history. Imagine requiring a violent criminal history to be a fucking judge. With previous or current incarceration experience. Some have expressed to us that they wouldn't feel comfortable presenting a case involving a sexual offense to a council that is partly made up of criminals with a history of committing sexual offenses. We are placing a cap of 50% on the promotion of council members who have performed one or more predetermined sexual assaults or rapes in the preceding 12 months. Homeless persons and disabled persons are exempt from this. Okay, let's calculate this weirdest council then. Okay, let's calculate the CHAZ council. So, we start out with one black man, two black women, one trans black person. Okay, and the additional rules of the council: 20 to 40% disabled fucks. It's in well, maybe that homeless representative will be able to tell the other homeless people to stop stealing food from the chains. 10 to 50% LGBT, etc. That is way too overrepresented for like 4% of the population. Maybe it's 10 now. It's growing in the US pretty rapidly. Okay, 3 more seats then which are added. Non-white 8 to 15-year-old. Okay, this is the people we want to rule and be ruling your nation. Rule CHAZ. The CHAZ Constitution will reign supreme. It will spread around the world like a virus. Or more like a cancer, maybe. Okay, another child. Preferably disabled. Okay, we can't forget about the Asian representative. Okay, let's try this gay sub-representative. What were the sub-representatives? Okay, one question which I have is, why is Okinawan included when that's basically just Japanese? The fuck is Mongolia included when there are barely any Mongolian people? Why is Taiwanese separate from Chinese? And why the fuck are Indians not included? There's a fuck ton of Indians in the US. God, this list is weird. Okay, so 25% of the members require a criminal record. At least they're realistic about how many people they'll find who have raped someone. But god, this is a fun list. Oh, I forgot about this. So, the council one non-Asian, huh? I forgot the one Native American. Okay, so I need to add one Native American. And for balance, it was 4 black women and men. I love how they say for balance, but they have like 10 different seats for black people. And when someone asks for more seats for Asians, they just split one seat into multiple parts. Like, fuck you Asians. You have it too good anyway, because you have actually an IQ, unlike black people. So, I think it's time to move to our more difficult part of the whole process, which is actually trying to draw out this chaos council. Okay, we will try to calculate out the CHAZ council of I don't fucking know what. So basically, the council has 15 members. Let's portray them all as circles. The circle represents the fact that they are smooth brains. Okay, so we have a council of 15. Okay, the most important person to address is the Asian. I will do the Asian as yellow, because that's fucking obvious, okay? So, the Asian council will include an additional 12 seats. Why do they have to be Asians? No one knows. But if Raz, the king of CHAZ, says it has to be fucking Asians, it has to be Asians. Don't you dare disagree with the king. All represent specific Asian ethnic groups. Nobody gives a shit about the Indians. Now, how many black ones are there? I'm gonna represent black with very dark brown for the sake of simplicity. They are, for any type of black, there's in total 10 blacks. The first blackie has to be a man, so man. The second has to be a woman. The third one has to be a tranny. And the fourth one needs to be non-binary. Okay, we got that one. Then the next one has to be disabled and LGBT. So a disabled I will just put in a D. And then it's homeless and LGBT black person. Then there is for black man and woman for balance, so it can be both man and woman. It's rather transphobic that it can't be a trans person, but you don't disagree with the CHAZ. As you see, things are perfectly balanced, as they should be, in a 98% ethnically white state. Okay, and women. Okay, perfectly balanced, as all things should be. I'm gonna mark non-white as brown, because they usually have some sort of shade of brown. So 2 non-white kids, so 15 to 18. One has to be 8 to 15, and another 15 to 18. Okay, nice. Everything is nice. Then we have to add the 1 Native American, obviously red. And I also counted it wrong, there's 14 members, which is even more stupid, because if you get an even number it's very easy to, well, fuck it up. Okay, so this is the government structure of CHAZ, but we're not done here. 20% to 40% have to be disabled. But if you look at this chart, there is only 1 perfectly assigned disabled seat. That means that one of the other people here has to be disabled. It's easiest to track up another... so the disability, there has to be 1 additional disability. So +1. So let's add the D somewhat randomly. This looks like a nice spot for a D. Because, you know, this black person doesn't really have anything special. Okay, what comes next? 10% homeless people. Again, because there's 14 members and only 1 dedicated homeless spot, we need another homeless person. So it is fitting to put it in the equality department. So here I'd say homeless person seems fitting. 10 to 50% LGBT. Considering there are 2 dedicated LGBT spots, this category is pretty fitting. Then 25% of members require a criminal record. 25% out of 14? What would that fucking mean? At like half of 7? That means that you need at least 4. Well, 3.5, so if you want to have 3.5 exactly, then that would be half of the Asians. It will be pretty hard to get though. Asians are not that criminal compared to the rest. So that would be criminal. And then also 3 of those. So 2 blacks here, and let's say let's say this is a criminal, this is a criminal, and this is a criminal. Because kids obviously can't be criminals, because like, how would they even fucking get a criminal record? Lastly, only less than 50% can be rapists. Again, this mostly fits for black people, so I'm gonna... 50% rapist seems appropriate considering it's a leftist place, so... this homeless guy can be a rapist because he's homeless. This is a disabled person who can be a rapist, and this person can be a rapist. To still get a 50% divide, you would need these people to be you can have these people be rapists, and women can't obviously be rapists, so this and this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is perfectly this rapist, rapist, and rapist. And that way we get, and because those are allowed, we can actually have up to 9 different rapists on the council. So yes, this is basically the government structure of CHAZ.